Hello everyone, this is Taylor Everington with Royal Gorge Anglers in Canyon City, Colorado, the oldest fly shop and guide service on the Arkansas River 102-mile gold medal section and only Orvis endorsed outfitter on the Arkansas. Thanks so much for viewing. We are in September, folks, and things are excellent on the Arkansas River. We are moving into that fall season, cooler nights, cooler water temps, and fish are extremely active on the feed, starting to move into that pre-spawn time period where fish are really trying to gain calories in preparation for spawning in mid-October to early November. So we will see fish on the feed during this fall time period in a major way. A lot of hatches still. A lot of activity just starting up, like our blue-winged olive fall season is upon us now and really just getting started. A lot of red quills still on the water, some PMDs still lingering, even a few stoneflies still hatching and on the water, along with a lot of caddis right now. So there are a lot of dry fly opportunities, specifically within the mayfly category, on the Arkansas up and down the drainage. Really primarily we're seeing a lot of the BWOs in Bighorn Sheep Canyon through about Hecla Junction, and we will see that strengthen, like I said, in the coming weeks, and really excellent BWO activity in late September and early October. Flows are excellent right in the 400 CFS range in Bighorn Sheep Canyon. About 250 CFS at Granite, so a little bit lower in that upper section, and getting a little bit more technical with how clear and low the river is in that upper section, in the upper basin. However, things in the middle basin above Salida, as well as downstream in Bighorn Sheep Canyon and the lower basin, all fishing excellent. We've moved out of this monsoon time period. Typically, we always see monsoon activity, heavier thunderstorm activity in the late afternoon and evening in late August. It seems that we have definitely moved out of that time period. Things are really dry right now. Over the last 2 to 3 days, dried up considerably, and the forecast for the foreseeable future is really 0 to 10% chance of storms throughout the day. So we are cooling down and kind of seeing that drying trend occur. Looks like we're in the clear for the fall, at least for the time being, and conditions are going to kind of stabilize. Already fishing excellent all the way through Canyon City. We did see some small flooding issues on many of our drainages during those monsoon storms. Not really affecting in any major way what's going on the river. However, we always see those, during that monsoon season. As of today, great fishability through Canyon City, all the way upstream to the headwater. And like I said, clarity should be in excellent form through the fall season, and flows should maintain in that 400 CFS window through brown trout spawning this fall. And like I said, much lower flows in the upper basin, around 200 CFS or less, through Leadville, 250 at Granite. So let us know if you have any questions about conditions, but we shouldn't see much variable change in conditions on the river for the next few months. And, like I said, great hatch activity, and fish are definitely on the feed right now. It's a great time to be out on the Arkansas and many of our other drainages in this area, including the South Platte and many of our small backcountry streams and lakes. Like I said, we are focusing on red quill and BWO activity. Attractor dry fishing is still great because fish are opportunistic during this time period, trying to gain as many calories as possible. One needs to remember that double nymph rigs are key to our toolbox right now as anglers, with brighter conditions, less overcast conditions, which we're going to see for the foreseeable future during the midday. fish are weary. They're going to be deeper and in heavier kind of hydraulic water, and we need to get down to them a little bit. Double nymphing is going to be the name of the game for that. So fish are definitely, kind of turning on to larger stonefly nymphs. Productivity on larger stoneflies has been excellent the last 2 or 3 weeks. That will continue. We'll be focusing on BWO nymphs and red quill nymphs and caddis larvae deep as well as below a dry and a dry dropper scenario. Let's look at a few patterns, and then we'll really kind of look at some streamer patterns as well, as streamer fishing can be excellent and really at its best through the September and October months, with brown trout very aggressive in that kind of pre-spawn nature. Let's look at our lead flies for double nymph rigs. Those are going to be larger stoneflies. We're always fans of larger rubber leg stones. The Arkansas rubber leg, Larry Kingery's rendition, is an excellent pattern. We also really like the standard kind of dark orange Jimmy legs representation. Two-tone stone is a great kind of golden stone representation, a little bit bigger profile. On the darker side of things for the stoneflies, really doing well with CDC Prince nymphs right now. The CDC has been a must for that fly. Your dark brown wired stone for a little bit smaller slider profile stonefly has been excellent. We've been fishing a lot of attractor nymphs up front as well. Stuff like Psycho Princes in purple color. Excellent fly anywhere you go in Colorado right now. Guide's Choice Hare's Ear, size 14 through 18. Excellent lead fly for a double nymph rig, or even a dropper fly on a dry dropper rig. Rubber leg red copper john, a lot of people fish these as red quill representations, but really they're just a great attractor nymph. Rubber leg red copper john there. Rubber leg chartreuse copper john, like I said, a lot of caddis activity, and this is another great just general attractor nymph. When we get into our dropper nymphs, really what we're focusing on is the mayfly activity right now. Like I said, red quill's still hot and heavy. Red 2-bit hooker is going to be an excellent representation right now for that red quill nymph, one of our favorites, especially on a dry dropper rig. Your tungsten bead red juju betas, another fantastic representation for your red copper john, or for your red quill. In the caddis larva, one of our favorite patterns is the roller caddis, Shake Uncle's pattern. A little bit smaller profile, chartreuse body. In the BWO category, a couple of our favorite patterns that are really starting to kick on. Number one, the Anatome. And one of our true just breadwinner patterns during the spring and fall BWO activity is the pocket water betas. Both tungsten beads on those guys. When we get into dry dropper rigs, some lead flies that we like. We always like chubbies. Right now we're fishing a variety of chubby colors, purple, red. This one is a royal body. That's been one of my favorites. Also, the smaller 14 and 16, just standard tan body chubbies. Red Amy's ants are particular favorites on this river during the fall. That's your red Amy's ant. One of our local patterns tied by Larry Kingery. Great stimulator with the foam body is that red and yellow foam striped ape stimulator. Small hoppers are still prevalent up and down all 3 basins of the Arkansas. The baby boy is an excellent fly, and that's a chartreuse baby boy there. And then stimulators with long rubber legs have been very successful on the river. This is a rubber leg stimmy with the royal body. Okay, and on our hatch matching dries, basically what we're looking for are great representations of those mayflies we've discussed. Red quills, we've got the quill body parachute, and that's your rusty color. And then we've got our spinner version, quill body. Spinner falls come back to the water pretty heavy in the morning and the evening for those red quills. Your BWOs will be hatching throughout the day, and obviously when there's cloud cover, going to be better BWO activity. Low light scenarios, a lot of BWOs on the water. This is a low water Betas, one of our favorites. And a newer pattern that we've done really well with is the Moorish's Mayday. On the caddis scene, really like tan and olive bodies right now. Caddis that you can skate as well. This is Charlie Craven's Screaming Banshee, a newer pattern. And the X2 caddis is one of our favorites during this fall caddis time period. Real slight profile, olive body. Like I said, streamers are excellent right now and will continue to be as fish become more pre-spawn and more aggressive. Floating this river is quite technical at this level. Fish are pretty spooky off the boat, but streamer fishing can be excellent out of the boat right now. It's also excellent on foot. We're always fishing tandem streamers, you know, with the exception if you want to fish something larger, which people always kind of gasp at how big some of these flies are, like the double dirty hippie in this brown color. That's a tandem fly. It's got a double hook on it. That fly is productive. If you want to fish tandem to inline streamers, typically what we like up front are tan and olive coloration flies. So this tan baby gonga or an olive baby gonga, those are good lead flies. The olive Moorish sculpin is a great lead fly as well, nice and heavy, durable. Good trailing flies, and we're running these trailers on 2X or 1X as well as 1X to the lead fly, and typically a sinking leader or a sink tip on these trailer flies. Thin mint, tungsten thin mint is excellent. Olive bowface, another excellent little trailer fly. Black bowface, another one of my favorites. So, you know, that black bowface is just excellent. That kind of takes care of flies. Like I said, expect you know, really strong conditions through the fall months on the Arkansas, and you know, fish really aggressive, still opportunistic. Should be excellent fishing on this watershed for you through, you know, mid-November. Really, we have great fishing until Thanksgiving Day on this river, so keep that in mind. September and October are some of the primary months for our guide business. We really have a lot of clients that love this time period. The changing leaves, you know, the foliage is amazing. You know, and along with the great fishing, you know, a great combo. So if you've always wanted to take a guided trip and kind of learn the ropes, this is a great time to come fish this river. Like I said, a lot of our other watersheds are just fishing great right now. You know, so give us a call if you have any questions. Toll free 888-994-6743. If you'd like to book a guided trip, we do have limited availability this late in the game in September. You know, but October we have some great dates available as well. Give us a call. We'd love to take you out. If you do have just any general fishing questions, give us a call at that toll-free 888-994-6743 or shoot us an email at info@royalgorgeanglers.com. Thanks so much for viewing. We hope to see you in the fly shop around the river sometime soon. Be safe out there. Take care.